guys, it's me, Miss Norris, and today I'd like to share a silly read aloud of the story A Porcupine Named Fluffy. A Porcupine Named Fluffy was written in 1986 by Helen Lester, and it's illustrated by Lynn Munsinger, and it's very, very silly. If you're ready to hear the story, I'm ready to share it with you. Here we go. A Porcupine Named Fluffy. When Mr. and Mrs. Porcupine had their first child, they were delighted. Now they needed a name. So I'll give you a close-up of Mr. and Mrs. Porcupine. And there's their brand new baby porcupine. But now they need a name. Should they call him Spike? No, Spike was too common. Should they call him Lance? No, Lance sounded too fierce. Should they call him Needle Rooser? No, Needle Rooser was too long. Prickles? Pokey? Quillian? Then together they had an idea. Let's call him Fluffy. It's such a pretty name, Fluffy. Now So they were thinking of lots of names that were very spiky, which is good for a porcupine. And then they decided on a name, Fluffy. And I want you to look at Fluffy's face. Are porcupines animals that are known to be fluffy? Not usually. They're very pokey. But soon there came a time when Fluffy began to doubt that he was Fluffy. He first became suspicious when he backed into a door and stuck fast. That was not a very Fluffy thing to do. He backed up and he ended up getting stuck in the door like a thumbtack. Not very Fluffy. He was even more convinced when he accidentally slept on his back and poked holes in the mattress. A very unfluffy thing to do. When he tried to carry an umbrella, he knew the truth without a doubt. Fluffy definitely wasn't. So you can see his fluff made him poke lots of holes in his umbrella. If there's holes in your umbrella, does it keep you very dry? And Fluffy had to decide that Fluffy wasn't Fluffy. So he decided to become fluffier. Clouds are fluffy, he thought. I'll be a cloud. But he couldn't stay up. So you can see he tried to spring off of the top of a tree, and it just knocked him back to the ground. But a cloud is very fluffy. I know! Pillows are fluffy, he said. I'll be a pillow. But when his mother sat on him, she was not pleased. He tried soaking in a bubble bath for 45 minutes. But he did not become fluffy. He became soggy. I'll show you his soggy porcupine quills. Made him look like he has really long hair. Maybe I'm a porcupine that just stayed in the bath for too long. We have the same hairdo. I'm kidding. I'm not a porcupine. He tried whipped cream. He put a little on each quill. It was not easy, and it took more than half a day. But this did not make Fluffy fluffy. Oh, they should have named me Gooey, he sighed. So he tried to put a little whipped cream on all of his quills, and it took him a very long time and a lot of whipped cream. And then he wasn't fluffy, he was gooey. I don't think gooey is a good way to describe someone's hair. He ate a lot of fluffy marshmallows. He rolled in shaving cream and feathers. He even tried to become a bunny. Bunnies are very fluffy. But the truth remained, Fluffy wasn't fluffy. Oh, he's looking a little bit bummed out about it, too. Look at that face. I hope something can cheer him up. One afternoon, Fluffy set out for a walk, trying to think of ways to become fluffy. Before long, he met a very large rhinoceros. You think that the rhinoceros might know something about being fluffy? He might. "Grrr," said the rhinoceros. "I'm gonna give you a rough time." Fluffy didn't know what a rough time was, but he didn't like the sound of it at all. "What is your name, small prickly thing?" asked the rhinoceros unkindly. "Fluffy," said Fluffy. So this rhinoceros wants to give Fluffy a hard time, and he's being a real tough guy. "Hey, I'm going to give you a hard time." The rhinoceros smiled. He giggled. Then he laughed out loud. Ho, ho, ho! He rolled on the ground. He jiggled and slapped his knee. He roared with laughter. "A porcupine named Fluffy!" howled the rhinoceros. Ooh, I don't know. I think he went from being a mean guy to kind of a different kind of mean guy. I wouldn't. Look at Fluffy's face. He doesn't understand what's so funny. I'm not sure if I do either. Fluffy was embarrassed, but he tried to be polite. "And what's your name?" he inquired. "I can't say it," giggled the rhinoceros. "Hubert?" suggested Fluffy. So the rhinoceros is laughing so hard, he can't even say his own name. "Oh, help! I just can't say it. I'm laughing so hard," said the rhinoceros. "Harold? Or maybe Herman?" asked Fluffy. No, gasped the rhinoceros. "It's hippo." What? Now we know a rhinoceros named Hippo? Hippo? A rhinoceros named Hippo? Fluffy smiled. He giggled. Then he laughed out loud. He jiggled and slapped his knees. He howled with laughter. A rhinoceros named Hippo! Fluffy cried. So now, Fluffy is the one who's laughing, but I think the rhinoceros is still laughing too. A porcupine named Fluffy, a rhinoceros named Hippo. It was almost more than they could bear. Hippo and Fluffy rolled on the ground, giggling and laughing until tears came to their eyes. At last, they lay exhausted on the ground. From that time on, they were best of friends. So they got a good laugh out of it, and they became besties. Look at them just hanging out together, having a good time. And Fluffy didn't mind being fluffy anymore, even though he wasn't. The end. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you really enjoyed the story of a porcupine named Fluffy. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button at the bottom of the page. If you are already a subscriber, thank you so much for your support. It really means a lot to me. If you're not a subscriber yet, please click that subscribe button down here at the bottom of the page. And don't forget to click that bell so that you're notified when there's new content. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.